Beijing, April 7th, 2026, last night. Beijing did not simply endure a storm. It was overwhelmed, engulfed, and for several harrowing hours, brought to a near standstill by water that rose faster than the city could breathe. What should have been rain became a siege. From late afternoon into the night, sheets of relentless rainfall pounded the capital, a force that turned roads into rivers and intersections into whirlpools. The city's vast concrete arteries, normally pulsing with light, choked and disappeared beneath the ground, fast-moving currents. Lights flickered like drowning fireflies as vehicles stalled, submerged up to the windows, abandoned in the rising flood. In low-lying districts, the water did not dominate. It crept under doors, burst through basement entrances, surged up stairwells. Within an hour, living rooms became ponds, storefronts turned into murky tanks, and entire neighborhoods were swallowed in silence, broken only by the rush of water and the distant echo of sirens. Residents described the moment the city slipped, not gradually, but suddenly. 1 minute, rain. The next, chaos. I looked outside and the street was gone. One resident said, "It was just water moving, fast, like a river that didn't belong there." The numbers are still coming in, but the images tell their own story. Cars piled at awkward angles like discarded toys. Mud-streaked homes gutted by water. Shopkeepers standing ankle-deep in ruined goods, staring at losses that took years to build and minutes to erase. Across multiple districts, power flickered out, plunging buildings into darkness, while outside, the flood continued its silent expansion. Transport collapsed under pressure. Major roads were rendered impassable, tunnels became traps, and key transit lines were suspended as water seeped into critical infrastructure. For hours, Beijing, a city engineered for speed, scale, and control, was reduced to immobility. Emergency responders moved quickly, but the scale was unforgiving. Rescue teams navigated submerged streets and inflatable boats, pulling residents from stranded homes, guiding the elderly through waist-deep water, carrying children through currents that tugged at their legs. Sirens cut through the storm, but often arrived to scenes already transformed beyond recognition. Hospitals braced for impact. Shelters opened. Entire communities spent the night in uncertainty, listening to rain hammer rooftops, watching water levels rise, waiting for it to stop. And yet, beneath the immediate destruction lies a deeper, more unsettling truth. This was not just a storm. It was exposure. Beijing, a city of glass towers, elevated highways, and engineered precision, revealed a fragile underside when confronted by nature unrestrained. The same concrete that defines its modern skyline became its weakness, the ground, rejecting the rain, forcing water to run wild with nowhere to go. Experts have long warned of this moment when extreme weather meets urban density, when infrastructure designed for the past collides with a climate rewriting the rules. Last night, that warning became reality. The rain did not fall gently. It attacked in volume and intensity, overwhelming systems built for predictability, not extremes. Drainage networks strained and thinned. Surfaces that once absorbed now repelled. And water, with nowhere to settle, chose instead to conquer. As dawn broke on April 8th, the storm had passed, but the aftermath remained raw, visible, undeniable. Streets coated in thick layers of mud. Vehicles left where they died. Residents emerging to assess damage in stunned silence. The city, still standing, but altered as if reminded, abruptly and without mercy of its limits. Recovery will take days. Economic losses will be counted in the weeks ahead. But the psychological imprint, the memory of a city drowning overnight, will linger far longer. Because what happened last night was more than flooding. It was a shift in perception, a realization that even the most powerful cities are not immune. That control is at times an illusion, and that when the balance tips, when rain becomes force, when infrastructure becomes obstacle, even a capital as vast as Beijing can find itself, suddenly at the mercy of water.
Peluang